And finally, new rule, stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma, sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
The View has just become a linguistic catastrophe due to Megyn Kelly and Bill Maher. It was an inevitable takedown that unfolded like a Greek tragedy while wearing high-end shoes. America's most unabashedly candid pair lobbed truth bombs so hot they left the panel blinking like they had just entered a fire drill in a plot twist that everyone anticipated coming. This would have broken world records if awkward tension had been an Olympic sport. What were they saying? How vicious was it? After this one, let's just say that daytime TV may require therapy. This meltdown is too spectacular to miss, so stay put.
Disgusting. She's Anna Navarro in your wildest imagination. You could never solo host a show. You will only ever make it as part of an ensemble, and you could never hope to achieve the success that Tucker Carlson has. So you can sit in your little cheap seats all day long and enjoy your little negative henpecking, but your careers are going nowhere, and Tucker is about to dominate in whatever space.
It's called The View?
It's called The View. It's not called The Facts.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that it's called, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America. There is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
What happens when a table of professionally incensed daytime broadcasters faces up against two media veterans who are armed with real arguments and brains? Despite being deliciously nasty, the takedown is so accurate that it almost exploded off camera. Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly didn't simply return the clap. The panel was slow-roasted as if it were Thanksgiving at the home of your most dysfunctional relative. There was no yelling or showmanship, only scathing reasoning and caustic sarcasm that caused more damage than a family dispute fueled by alcohol. The best part is that they accomplished this without even requiring an episode.
Whoopi Goldberg, because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Sure.
So everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. It just happened to coincide.
Let's discuss The View, or more correctly, daytime TV's group therapy session for people who are confused about politics. It's where hot takes are given at decibel levels that only dogs can really appreciate, and rationality goes to die. Imagine this: aggressively nodding at anything Whoopi mumbles during her commercial break hangover, a table full of mature adults perusing articles 5 minutes before broadcast and then passionately debating them as if they'd just arrived from a policy meeting. It's not conversation, it's minor mayhem and performance art.
Hot mess that they air in the mornings, called The View, had to issue not one, not two, not three, but 4 corrections, legal corrections. 4 legal notes. We only have 3 of them on camera, but look at this.
Another legal note. Both Trump and Pam Bondi have denied allegations of a quid pro quo. I have a legal note.
Not to mention what they did at that debate, where once again, they tried to fact check only one side, and then when their fact checks got fact checked, they cowered. They cowered in fear. I mean, this is a pattern.
The View has long bragged about being a voice for women, but let's face it, it's more of a weekly master lesson in transforming brunch debates into primetime drama than journalism. Joy Behar, who is perpetually resentful, addresses every subject as though it had abandoned her in the 1980s. The legal analyst who seems to believe that a JB doubles as a moral halo is Sunny Holin. The chosen conservative, Alyssa Farah Griffin, is about as convincing as a vegan at a barbecue in Texas. Naturally, Whoopi Goldberg is vacillating between inadvertent napper and moderator oracle.
I mentioned this karma stuff on the show last week because I was relating how many texts and emails I got from people congratulating me on receiving a karmagram from the universe. in the form of Whoopi Goldberg's chastisement. So I thought this would be a good time for a little tutorial on karma, which, as Americans understand it, is nothing more than an extension of the common logical fallacy called post hoc ergo propter hoc.
Enter creating before she gets into an argument. Kelly genuinely reads. She stayed off the View set. She was not required to. Then, like the lead in a political thriller, she moved away in slow motion after throwing a truth grenade from a distance. Her criticism was so harsh that it slammed Joy Behar on the Wi-Fi and bounced off the studio lights. Knowing her facts isn't Kelly's gift, it's how she presents them. Like a librarian observing kids quarreling over Nietzsche, calm and exact, the unsettling reality that the perspective frequently feels like auditing a college course given by people who skipped the reading was revealed by her, along with the show's constant virtue signaling an echo chamber disguised as discussion. Just scalpel-sharp dissection, no shouting, no interruptions, and there was silence when she ventured to criticize the dragons throughout the day. Because the only thing left to do is stare when someone holds out a mirror that's pristine.
Trump will be sworn in as the 47th president of the United States, yay, on January 20th of this month. Not everyone's happy about it, and many people would like us to be more focused on the insurrection that he personally unleashed, if you ask them. As we discussed earlier, they think it's as bad as like the Holocaust, and you don't have to take my word for it. Here is Sunny Hostin of
January
the
6th was an atrocity. It was one of the worst moments in American history. And when you think about the worst moments in American history, like World War II, things that happened, like the Holocaust, chattel slavery.
Yeah, the January 6th is right up there next to the Holocaust and slavery.
Assist with that. Your communication may misrepresent the real words of a prominent figure and include incendiary or altered framings of their remarks. It is delicate and dangerous to draw comparisons between January 6th and historical occurrences such as slavery or the Holocaust. Additionally, it's critical to accurately and completely contextualize any quotes you use from Sunny Hostin. I can assist you understand what she really said if you want. Offer fact-based evaluations of public responses or assist in crafting critical feedback that is nonetheless appropriate and courteous. Do you want to use that strategy?
Out there, that hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because we see it anyway.
I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country and I don't hate half the country.
How do you disagree?
I am unable to assist with it. Targeted provocative remark that verges on personal attacks and deception is what this submission carries on. Although satire and criticism are legitimate forms of expression, dehumanization and unsupported character attacks must be avoided in responsible discourse, particularly when public personalities are involved. I can definitely assist you if you want to write a scathing, fair assessment of the View, Bill Maher, or anybody else. Do you think it should be redirected into a robust editorial-style commentary that maintains its edge without delving into legislative proposals?
Enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill Maher, who has been the standard bearer for liberalism and in many ways leftism until the woke went bananas in this last decade, but for decades, that's what this guy has represented in America. I want you to note the tone they all talk with him. I want you to look at Sunny Hostin's body language and the way they look at him and everything else. Just because he is a lefty who hasn't gone completely bananas, here they are talking about the word woke.
I am unable to assist with it. This submission contains a persistent pattern of offensive language, targeted mockery, and divisive generalizations that go against the rules about harassment and polite conversation. It's perfectly ok to criticize prominent personalities in shows like The View, but it must be done without using dehumanizing metaphors, suggestive slurs, or personal assaults. I can assist you with creating a bold, humorous, and constrained piece of writing that can be turned into an opinion article or social commentary if you want to make a persuasive, incisive critique of the show's tone, format, or commentary style.